Hey Sag, welcome to Larissa Lily Temperance. Today we're doing your general read for the month of February. This is for anyone, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the sign of Sag. Also know it's a general read. So of course, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. So as I was meditating on your energy, Sag, I do feel a burnout stage. I did see justice, and I think this is a matter of time. You've got main energies here, 5 of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, and the Moon. And I feel there's just a lot of unknown and waiting. And for some of you, it could be because of the 5 of Pentacles. It could be a job change or even a burnout at a job and just looking for a job, you know, being in a transitional state, place in your life. But it's going to require some of this 9 of Swords energy. So a lot of action needs to be taken for this to change. I think with the moon here, it's a lot of your subconscious being challenged or just things that you haven't really tapped into. I think some of you may have maybe experiencing some, again, anxiety. But when we have to sit with ourselves in this moon energy, these are our waters. And sometimes there are things that we repress. So there could be some limitations or I feel like a negative self-talk as well. Let's see what your other major arcana, the fact that we have the moon, but I want to see another major arcana shift with this deck. What is the major arcana shift for Sagittarius? These readings have been very, very transitional for most of the signs. And these last few I've recorded, very deep, very, very tough energy that I'm picking up. You know, every reader serves a different purpose, but I've noticed my readings are very, very, very transitional. So here we have the Star. So then this deck is called Celebration. This is a wonderful time in your life. Difficulties fall away, and the light at the end of the tunnel is a star you can wish upon. So what I'm getting definitely is this: difficulties fall away and the light is at the end of the tunnel. The light is at the end of the tunnel. And that's why to me, the justice energy was important, because things will balance out, Sag. So whoever's experiencing this big transitional, whether it's financially or just within your own mood, you guys know what you're diving into with this moon energy. There's a lot of deep things, and obviously for all of you, it's going to be it's going to be something different, whatever those anxieties are, those fears, or just hurt, or something that's just resurfacing. So the timing is right to make long-term plans for a joyful future. Have faith that things are going to turn out beautifully. And yes, I think faith is required here. The star also represents healing. And, you know, if anything, this is a test of faith when we dive into, when our soul transitions into these energies, right? When we start experiencing these lower energies, the truth is there's information in those energies which tests our faith. And the soul, you know, your soul has kind of designed it. Your soul's designed yourself these challenges to be able to come out of it, right? And be able to see the light at the end of this tunnel. So let's see what your soul transitions is. What is the soul transition for Sagittarius? Yeah, beautiful. I do think a lot of this is important for you. Okay, first card was Healing Light. And as much as we don't understand it, usually this illumination of this healing light is to have things resurface, right? So imagine yourself surrounded by an amber light enveloping you in a love, compassion, and protection. Let all unwanted thoughts and circumstances melt away. So this healing light that is being kind of shed on you, and for some of you, when you meditate, allow yourself to intake some of this, because there is a healing light to let unwanted thoughts, circumstances melt away. It's like, it's for the reason, it's for the main purpose of you dissolving this experience, this moment in time, these emotions. We have heart opening, the energy of love within you. Opening the heart chakra fills you with love, forgiveness, and compassion. So a lot of you, it's that healing of the chakras, which also prevent a lot of, creates a lot of stagnation, where when our heart chakra is definitely experiencing a lot of loss and emotional, it's not going to be pain for everyone, but just disappointment. That's really the word. And a huge disappointment. This is where we kind of dive deep in our shadows. And so the next card I want to point out is this transformation. Yeah, you're shedding layers of your life. Some relationship and external factors that no longer serve your highest purpose must fade away. And this is really transformative when we dive this dark. And then, of course, spend time alone. Quiet introspection is needed. Disconnect, relax, turn off your electronics and just be. And I think this time is necessary. And then a new outlook. Sometimes we cannot see things for what they are. Examine the situation from another angle to see something differently. So there's a lot here. There's a lot here, and it really is, to me, new outlook is necessary, and not to lose the faith. So let's see what you need to allow. What does Sagittarius need to allow? I allow myself to be proud of all I have accomplished. Yeah. And, we have to give ourselves a pat on the back for the things we've done. So never forget the things you have accomplished, and not, allow yourself to be overwhelmed of what hasn't been done yet, right? You've accomplished and you've come this far and you're fine, but whatever is required requires a different view and to look at it from a different angle. Remember, the light is at the end of the tunnel. It may be difficult, but the light is at the end of the tunnel, and the timing is right to make long-term plans. So this is about committing to a plan, and it's probably going to take some time, and it's going to require the patience and the faith, the trust. I do see a lot of alone time necessary here. And then embodying the Emperor energy. So what does Sag need to surrender? Right, embodying the Emperor energy, where you find some structure in your life to get control. And I'm hearing discipline's required. But obviously when we dive into these emotional whirlwinds, or deep into our shadow, that can interfere with our motivation. So I do feel a lot of chakra here that needs kind of balancing. So what is, okay. All right, so what do you need to surrender? Surrender to setting limits. It is healthy to set boundaries in relationships. Practice expressing your needs, and remember that no is a complete sentence. For some of you, I feel the setting limits. This is where I'm feeling guilt for some of you, where you didn't set limits and now you're paying for the repercussions. And again, justice energy. So you're going to have to, it's one of those, it's a lesson, and you're going to have to now redirect, because at this point, this is something you've learned. So look at it as if you experienced it, and now you know the boundaries that need to be set. And for some of you, it could be legalities, issues, maybe something cost you more. But this is you now knowing what your limits are going forward. So what is the main energy for, let's get some main energies now for the spread for Sagittarius. Definitely strong Emperor energy, I think, of this need to set structure and discipline in your day-to-day in order to get out of this mood as well. That's too much. Give me one more, Spirit. So third eye, yeah, so spiritual strength, yeah, Nine of Wands, those are trials and tribulations, and it's spiritually challenging you, obstacles and challenges. Five of Wands, the Wands are always about the soul, and so our soul is really diving into something very challenging. And third eye chakra, that's what I'm saying, there's chakra healing. So third eye, your third eye is a reflection, and we have 2 6s here, so there's a need to kind of find a harmony. We've got 6 of Swords moving on. So mentally, you've got to, what this is showing you, this is a mirror. So what the situation is showing you, these challenges are showing you, is where you need to kind of, I really feel, again, Emperor energy, find some structure in your life and some discipline in order to really take charge here, or just ownership. I mean, really responsibility, you know, and know who we trust. Most importantly, know who we trust, because I feel like these boundaries has to do with, obviously we trusted someone we shouldn't have, and now it's the consequences, the cause and effect of this, which is justice as well. The cause and effect of this situation is all these challenges that have come, you know, upon you. And so here there's a movement, choice, and decision. So there's lots of things that you need to decide on. And 8 of Cups, just walk away. And yep, and there goes that Hermit energy. So if you want a new beginning here, prosperity begins. Ace of Pentacles. You know, spend this time alone and really think about the things you need and want. I think you're gaining wisdom, Hermit. You always gain wisdom in that energy. 9 of Wands is minor arcana to Hermit. You know, so it's trying, right? You've learned a lot of lessons. It was burdensome. So again, we're on this 9 of Wands. We're on this 9 of Wands. We're on this 9 of Wands. Wow, so Knight of Wands with the King of Cups. Some of you, this could have been a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, or a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. But definitely something that has been taking an emotional toll on you. Someone deceived you emotionally, 7 of Swords. And it really has consequences. So now you're in a very trying time. But with this Knight of Wands, I feel there's a need to be mindful, Sag, and not be impulsive. And maybe this already happened, so your reaction may have caused maybe first, and this is only for some of you, your actions out of the upset may have caused more problems. So let me get more of this Knight of Wands. But this need to just to change it up, and then still find some, still find it in you to go forward, right? To keep moving forward, because, you know, it's about your passions. Yeah. Sag. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Knight of Wands with the King of Swords. And if the reaction was harsh with this King of Swords, whatever action was taken, rightfully so. Not that I'm saying we're not saying it's right or wrong. It may just not have been the best approach and could have created a lot more, you know, more problems than necessary. But in the heat of things, it feels your response to get into this King of Swords energy, you know, was valid. You experienced something, you know, so, or either a King of Swords did something, but this was definitely trying. Okay, we're on this obstacles and challenges. We've got Page of Cups. We're on this obstacles and challenges. Oh, wow. All right, so yeah. So there's a discouraging energy, right? Which is that energy that I felt with like a burnout. There's a burnout energy, like kind of very discouraged. So this obstacle and challenge is you getting back up. Page of Cups. Trying to be inspired again. Now you've got to restart over, maybe revisit all Seven of Pentacles, revisit all your commitments, revisit things that you got to do. Maybe for some of you, if it's job or just starting over, maybe looking for a new location, where to work. This is a challenge. For some of you, it could be a relationship that ended, and this, you know, it's like the starting over, right? Where you're gonna live. You know, the Magician, again, this is lessons. Magician, this is where the challenge is, how do we change? How do we, and the fact that Magician's in the challenging is in this obstacle, is clarifying them obstacles and challenge, has to do with our limitations of what we're seeing. So you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, right? So if you're feeling stuck, when you're in the stuck obstacles and challenge, you're stuck because the change is so much and you can't see a way out. So you're not really using all of your tools, all of your experiences right now. Your emotions are a little bit in a stagnant position because of probably your emotions still upset. But, you know, this time alone is necessary. It's obviously bringing change. Your heart needs to heal, right? So opening the heart chakra fills you with love, forgiveness, and compassion. So you're gonna, it's like a period of just really allowing your heart to first heal of the situation, and kind of so you can gain clarity. And again, this healing light, there's a reason why this is happening. So let all unwanted thoughts and circumstances melt away. So this is a time, spend time alone. This is really a time to quiet introspection is needed. Disconnect, relax, turn off your electronics, and just be, in order to finally be able to alchemize this energy. Because right now you're not, this energy is not able to see a way out at the moment, right? Temporary. Give me more on this third chakra. But this, like I said, this is the mirror. So the experience is teaching you a lot, and a lot of it is what setting these boundaries. So give me more on this third chakra. Yeah. Give me more on this third chakra. Yeah, Hanged Man, the Hierophant, and Judgment. Wow, 3 major arcanas. This literally means it's a very important lesson, a big lesson. You're gaining, this experience is mirroring back and allowing you to see things and change your perspective. A need for it is necessary. The Hierophant is a challenge, right? It's a spiritual, you know, connection where you're needing to really redefine your belief systems. This is the Hierophant, and Hierophant is a fixed sign, Taurus, where you can be stuck with certain ways of doing things, and so not having a new outlook keeps you very, you know, limited. And so Judgment is that call to action, and it's to awaken. This was to awaken where you weren't really paying attention. Okay, Mars is moving on, and now you're gonna have to harmonize and pay attention. We have 5 of Pentacles, and a lot of you, it's the finances to rebuild and find a new way. Wow, and King of Swords again with the 8 of Swords and the World. So, yep, 7 of Wands. A need to rebuild now with the 6 of Swords, right? 5 of Pentacles, King of Swords. You know, it's not the best spirit. But you know, it's a matter when you're embodying this air quality, and this could be someone in your surrounding, you guys, so take the story as resonate, but obviously these readings are for you. But when you're embodying this air quality, we can sometimes maintain, because it's surrounded by 5 of Pentacles and the 8 of Swords and the 7 of Wands, like, and the World. To me, the World and the 7 of Wands is, you need to really try to work on your faith for optimism to change the trajectory of this circumstance, the World. But this is because of these major arcanas, and the World is a major arcana. This is because this chapter needs to be done with, and it is closing, but it's only gonna go at the speed that you can get yourself out of your head. And know that it's gonna take patience. Being in the higher The higher self of the King of Swords is just really being strategic and logical about the approach. You know, this is all the kings embody Emperor energy. And the reason I was saying Emperor energy, I was feeling such structured. And the King of Swords, out of all of the kings, this is the most structured, disciplined. They've been through a lot. So you've been through a lot. And this is why learning to set these limits are important. And this time alone for you is important. There's no room for anything at this moment or anyone. This is about situating yourself and really exploring these options and getting out of some level of confusion. Yep, and embodying this King of Pentacles, rebuilding yourself. Definitely financially for a lot of you. Ooh, this is deep. All right, so let's see what's the guidance for abundance here. What is the guidance for abundance for Sagittarius? Yeah. So obstacles and blocks are lifted. I love this. Thank you, Spirit. You know, once you understand, and I really think spending that time alone card, giving your time to reprieve because you need it. You need it, Sag, but obstacles and blocks are lifted. All your good personal work and your positive energy shift have overcome previous obstacles and blocks are lifted away. You will now experience progress and forward movement with your projects. Stay centered in gratitude to ensure that your flow of abundance continues. So for those of you who have been working on it, you know, remember you guys are all in a different timeline. Obviously, when I read, I experience the energy in the now. So this could be past energy. You guys know better than I would. But maintaining, once this time alone, maintaining a positive outlook is very important, right? Knowing that the light is at the end of the tunnel and difficulties will fall away because we do have the star. So this is true, right? The obstacles are going to be lifted. So the star is here. This is a wonderful time in your life. Difficulties fall away and the light is at the end of the tunnel. Of the tunnel is a star you can wish upon. The timing is right to make long-term plans for a joyful future. Have faith that things are going to turn out beautifully. So to me, this is just confirmation that things will work out and you're going to be in a better position soon. Yeah, oh my God, we're talking about gratitude again, right? So Spirit is saying, stay centered in gratitude to ensure that your flow of abundance continues. And here we have gratitude. Thank you. Practice gratitude. Take a moment a day to think about the things and people you are grateful for in your life. When you have a grateful heart, this will multiply and more grateful blessings will be coming your way. So be thankful for what you already have. And so, yeah, that, you know, it's hard to be grateful when we experience these things. But guess what? They teach us a lot of things. And you know, it's part, unfortunately, it's the fuel, right? And so choices, the crossroad you are on is urging you to make a choice. Don't doubt yourself and choose with love and from your heart. Then you can never go wrong. And we know that this is about the Two of Pentacles. So definitely choices, lots of decisions to be made. But you also have to trust that you will make good ones, Sagittarius. So let's just get one more guidance here for you. Yeah, thank you, Spirit, for ending it with this card. The journey, Sag, the journey. The journey towards your higher self may not be the easiest one, but in your losses and devastations, you will find yourself in the rubble. And that's exactly what happens. We always find ourselves Like, as much as we hate what the experience is, there's something about finding ourselves in that rubble that really helps us grow to the next stage of our soul, or the evolution of our soul. So it's part of the plan, it's part of the process, and it's one of those things you can kind of say you're right on time. So Sag, I'm going to leave it there. I love you. Please like, share, subscribe. Click that bell button if you enjoyed my frequency. But remember to live always relentlessly in striving aspiration. This is the evolution of your soul, and I'm here to nurture you until next message. Bye.